What is going on, all my favorite internet weirdos, or as you're more formally called? You know, if I really was smart, I'd probably stop this and try it over again, but I'm not, because you guys know this channel. But as you more commonly known as, all my favorite viewers to play later. How are we doing today? Man, it feels like I've been forever since I've done a video. I'm so far out of practice. But yeah, okay, as you know by that thumbnail and everything else you clicked on to get here today, words I never ever thought I would say. Warmachine is back on the channel. Well, not back, but making a debut on the channel, but back in my geekdom life. Is it as great as it once was when I was first into it like 20 years ago? Has it morphed into something better? Is it something horrible? I don't know. We're going to take a look at all of this after we get the adulting out of the way. So you know what's up first. That's right, a word from our unofficial sponsor.
So there I was, 23 years old, prime of my life. I woke up one morning, looked in the mirror, and my hair was thinning. It was all falling out. It wasn't until I discovered this one solution that changed everything. My first initial thought was, it's gotta be genetics, right? It's not my fault, this is genetic. Go and find out. I'm not the only one dealing with thinning hair and confidence issues. And it was nuts because we started to change everything in our routine.
We started looking at what we were putting in our bodies, what we were eating, how much water we were intaking, and then we started working out and taking care of ourselves, but still something was missing.
But also what we put on our body is drastically important to our skin and hair health. So we ditched all of those chemical filled products. We started using healthy, organic ingredients and took it upon myself to start creating these organic ingredient products to help people. I have a solution for you. Ditch all of those chemical filled products and grab something that's organic, natural, handmade, something that your family will thank you and your health will thank you. Make the switch today.
Incredible, man. Incredible company. Seriously. Click that link right down below. You will not be disappointed. Make sure you abuse the ever-loving beep out of that viewer discount code that Johnny has provided you. All right. I am filming this on Tuesday, March 4th, 2025. On Amazon, this two-player starter set is $73.76. It says free delivery. It takes about a week to 10 days. Okay, let's move forward. When I was so hip deep into Games Workshop, a little fledgling company out of the Pacific Northwest appeared. That's right, Privateer Press. And they brought Warmachine. Big, heavy, monstrous iron figures. It was just brutal, in-your-face kind of combat. Let's get at it. I chose Signar. I really liked the technology advances. I really liked everything. The backstory, I loved everything. Really hit deep into it. I even got into Hordes as well, and I loved the Troll. As I was saying, before I was so rudely interrupted, camera, I stayed around in both of them until about the second version, which for some reason, I just stopped wargaming. I can't really tell you why, other than I had own personal demons I had to go back and battle. So, being the geek that I am, watching basically Privateer Press, in my opinion only, destroy an immaculate system, I went, well, that's one way to kill it, because I know it was frigging insanely popular. I like the progression of their stories, where you went from like Lieutenant Kane, I guess the gun mage is now as a major, where you're watching, you know, Coleman Stryker advance up from someone, and now he's like Lord Commander. And just Haley. I mean, I was a huge Haley fanatic until I started stacking gun mages with Kane and a gun mage adept, which gave me 2 units of gun mages. By the old rules, I'm good to go. But I saw where Steamforge bought them. Okay, so if you're going to come out with a 2-player starter kit, in my opinion, there's no better factions to get going. You've got Signar and you've got Khador in the red. Khador is basically like Russia. Big, burly, massive warjacks. Big, huge, honking warcasters. I mean, come on. How many of us have not gone up against the Butcher of Khador? That's all I'm going to say. Alright? This box basically contains what you need to get started by warjacks in solo units and a warcaster or 2. I think there's like 2 solo warcasters in here for both sides, because I really haven't gone into Khador that much and a whole bunch of other stuff. I'm still running down things and going, Okay, so you guys got away from metal under Privateer Press and you went with 3D printed models. They were really brittle, so you tried plastic and you had some problems and you had other crap. Okay, so you sold it to Steamforge, but now everything's got to be run through an app? I'm old school. I like having the book. I like having the cards that used to come with everything you ever bought. I like having those. Put them in a protective baseball card sleeve, put them in a hard plastic holder, whiteboard marker. You can mark on your cards all you want and, keep track of things there. Not, oh my God, my battery's about to die in this really, really long tournament. Uh-oh, I'm screwed. That's my feeling. I had to do more digging because what I see in their current line, I went, where did everybody go? Where did Meneth go? Where did Crix go? Where did half of the forces under Signar that I started this game with go? Well, they're all in legend status. You can use them if you've got them and you can find them, because everything that's in legend status, from what I understand, is out of production. So I guess guys on the secondary market with eBay and, all that other fun stuff, you're making a killing, because I did go out and buy some stuff. I wanted to paint, okay? I get they don't put dice or a measuring tape in here or any kind of measuring token, because I remember, or measuring tool, not token. I remember when I first started getting the box sets, where you got like 3 Warjacks and a Warcaster, you didn't get dice. You didn't get all that. They banked on you being a known tabletop miniature player to have dice, which you can go to Walmart and get 20 of them for what, $2? Okay. Who doesn't have a tape measure around their house? There's so many widgets and so many other things out there right now, you're good to go. There is no way in here, in the box, for you to know how to put your miniatures together if you're a brand new gamer. I'll show you that in a moment, okay? But this is kind of a gateway drug, for lack of a better phrase for me, because how much I loved Warmachine. You didn't need a lot of miniatures. The points added up quick, and you could get to fighting right away. There's 60 points total in this box set, 30 for each side, so, okay, it's a balanced game when you get going. So, let's open it up. I will say, for the record, one Warmachine tournament I was at was the only time I ever walked away from a table. I remember playing this guy, and that's back when the rules were if you could see any part of the miniature or any part of the base, the thing could be targeted. One of my heaviest Warjacks was behind a building, and using a laser pointer, all you could see is an itty bitty dot on the side of the base where everybody's going, nope, that's cover, nope, that's cover, that's cover, that's cover. And the guy just went berserk, and I'm like, whatever, dude, just roll your dice. I don't care. Next tournament, he showed up to play me. I was like, nope, walked away from the board. Because these things are supposed to be fun, and if they're not fun, why bother playing? That's kind of how I feel. Okay, so in here, you're just basically going to get a bunch of sprues. Oh, and the movement bases. All right? I actually had to count them all out to make sure they were all in there. And they are. You get a neat piece of, I guess you could call it wall art. Uh-oh. Something fall out? Anyhow. I guess you could call it wall art, because that's what I really use these things for. The part that kills me, so they give you a QR code to go to their website to be able to download instructions. I'm old school. I like the paper printed versions. Had my better half print out a bunch. Okay? But I'll show you those in a moment. Okay, so I get it. It's an entry-level box. They want to make it as simple as possible for you to get into the game, start rolling dice, and start having some fun. So you get a terrain sprue. There's 4 walls and 2 water hazards, for lack of a better phrase. Okay. You get terrain. It's kind of cool. I mean, let's get real. Whenever you buy a Games Workshop box set, like a huge box set with the rolls, you get a lot of terrain. So I like that. Minimal terrain over an open field. Gives you some cover and all that other weird stuff to go on. Alright. I've already put together Kane because I just wanted to paint it and see how it's going to turn out, all that fun stuff. But there's a sprue with the Warjack, which I guess is called the Deuce. Been a while. All these are brand new to me, okay? And there was Kane stuff on there. I really like the fact with his pistols, they gave you a chance to get like the smoke and a bullet coming out of one, or just 2 empty pistols. So I kind of like that. Okay. Yeah, that looks like, yeah. So there's some stuff for Kadar. Oh, this ain't good. Anywho. I think I had a missing piece from one earlier, but still. So there's more. I think these are the Black 13th. Like little gun mages that run with Kane. Okay. Now this one I kind of like with Kadar. The guy's got a shield with like a ripper or whatever on there. Basically like a chainsword in his shield. I kind of like that. It's kind of interesting, kind of cool. Kind of gives you a little bit of a different vibe. And here's, well, everybody else. Now, everything on here has numbers. So you just follow along with the instructions. You should be good to go with getting them put together. Now, hold on, let me get everything squared away here. Come on. Really? Okay. So, like I said, I had to download the instructions, set them off, and went, hey, print these out for me. So I like how when they're doing it for the put together, they basically have all the pieces and the numbers that you're going to need. And it's just like everything else you've ever put together. Follow along and everything's going to be fine. All right? They do have options for some parts on here where you could have like a different, like I said, like for Kane, different pistols. Are they firing? Are they not firing? I think there's something for Kadar with the guy with the missile launcher. They even tell you with each figure what size base you need. So that's a 30 mil. No big deal. It's just like with Games Workshop. You go through, you get it done. Okay? But this is Kane. I like the new dramatic, aggressive, more, I don't know, ventured out look on him. Like I said, I was never a huge fan of him. All right. He was my first ever conversion I ever did for Warmachine, where the original had both pistols painting out. So I sawed him right at the arm and turned him in. So it looked like he was doing the gangster shooting. It was really, really subtle, but it was there. Everything fit together beautifully. I really didn't have any issues putting him together until the shoulder pads, because I've got like these little fat stubby fingers and trying to get stuff in there. I was like, okay, is that pauldron on there right? Is this there right? Double checking everything. I liked the look of it. It seemed to be more detailed to me than the original metal ones were. It seemed like they put a lot more effort into getting these miniatures going, and I kind of like that. Do I think it's going to be a roaring comeback success? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. This is my first time looking at it in almost 20 plus years. Do I think it has potential for some fun? You stay. Yeah, I do. Because Warmachine was always fun until you got the dickheads in there. And any kind of game system you ever do, you know you're going to have that guy that if he's not winning every single game, he's going to make your life as miserable as possible. I hate those guys. I hate those energy thieves. I really think I lost a part, but I don't know. We'll figure it out. Because like I said, I had this weird little plastic thing. Anywho. Now, we're on to the fun stuff. I want to know your questions, comments, love, hatred, anger, all that fun stuff right down below. Have you ever taken up the Warmachine banner again after what happened with Privateer Press and how it seemed to self-destruct? I'm watching this stuff online, and it still looks like it's really, really fun to play, but I don't want to carry a tablet to me to every single convention. I don't want to have a phone on me for everything. Yeah, I'm old school. I got used to carrying books around with me, but I really want those cards. You know, those to me made everything great. Those to me made everything fun. Here you go. You got your stuff laid out, and now you're marking stuff off. I think Warmachine taught Games Workshop something with having like the unit cards there. So now we have the index cards, right? Is that what they're calling them nowadays? Or the data cards? Whatever G-Dub's calling them. Like I said, have you played? Are you currently playing? If so, what faction? Like I said, Signar till the day I die. I really love using Haley, yeah, popping that Void Shield where everything slows down. I really love having units of gun mages where you're ripping Cortex off and going, ha ha ha, no more focus for you. Having a unit of 6, you could drop possibly 2 Warjacks in one turn and make them completely useless. But still, alright, best way to support the channel is hit that big old thumbs up and drop me a comment down below. Both of those will help trigger that algorithm, and that is always appreciated. Any YouTuber who tells you they don't care about the algorithm is flat out lying to you. But there we go, guys. My quick, really weird look at Warmachine's 2-player, how'd they call it? A 2-player starter set. This is going to be fun to start painting again. It really is. I had a lot of fun with it before. I'm kind of curious if I'm going to have fun with it again. I want to thank you guys for watching this one. Hopefully you're having a great day today. Hopefully you're having a safe day today. And one day, real soon, Emperor willing, we'll be rolling dice across the tabletop.